UPRA rodeo announcers T.C. Long and Wes Huggins were guests on KSST's Good Morning Show with Enola Gay on Thursday morning. There will be UPRA rodeo performances at the Civic Center Arena on Friday and Saturday at 7 p.m. and Sunday afternoon at 2.
Well, my job is the same as TC's. We're kind of the voice of the rodeo. Our main job is to make every contestant, every animal feel like a superstar. We're almost like the moderators. We're almost like teachers. And we're also part of the entertainment staff of every rodeo. Rodeo is involved into an entertainment production. And TC and myself are the two that actually understand that it's a show. And we have to put on a show, and we have to continue making that the next generation enjoy the sport of rodeo to keep our heritage alive. And that's kind of our job in a nutshell. And plus, it's a lot of stats and a lot of memory. And
I think so.
It is. And it's once you become a fan like him and I are, it's not near as hard, really, because you kind of get, it's more fun. Now, if I had to do stats for a history class or something, it would be a little rough for me, you know. But.
Well, and TC, every rodeo is not like scripted. You have to kind of know these little connections there.
You know, that's really the neat thing about rodeo is you're dealing with livestock, so every second changes. And when you go to a rodeo, you're not going to, if you go this or Friday night, you're not going to see the same show Saturday night.
Absolutely.
Where if you go to a dinner show or a theater or something, every night is the same thing. And I think that's something that's neat about rodeo is doesn't matter if you come all 3 nights, you're going to see something different. We see something different every weekend, and I think that's what keeps it exciting. When's the next wreck going to happen? I mean, it's sad to say, but that's kind of, you know, in NASCAR, you want to see the next wreck. In rodeo, you either want to see the fastest run or the best ride, or you want to see the best wreck. Right. And it happens every night.
Yep.
Somebody says all the time the same saying. You hope it doesn't happen, but you sure want to be there to see it if it does.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's
well, did you grow up with this dream, TC?
Well, you know, it's interesting because, you know, we're both from West Texas. I'm from Andrews, Texas originally. He's from around Midland, Odessa. And so I know from a young age I roped and rodeoed, and Wes was actually announcing when I was competing. And then I kind of involved over into I used to have a Bramer bull that I'd ride at events, and he would announce. And then I really, I mean, always had the passion and stuff. So I you know, always wanted to do this, and now we're both working together. So I think that's an interesting thing that 2 West Texas guys get to work together.
And you probably have the safest job of anybody in the rodeo.
Well, I do. TC doesn't. Why? Because there's a reason they call it an announcer stand, because I want to be there. TC likes to be out in the action on a horse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some of my rodeos I'm horseback on, so
scares me half to death.
Then the safety's out of it. So, but
well, what about our performances here at finals?
Now, because of the arena being a smaller arena, we're both in the announcer stand. But you know, there's a lot of advantages that folks here have. Is we have instant replay. We have a jumbotron in there, so you can watch the replays, and you know, there's just so much going on with this NUFR, and we're excited to be back in Hopkins County. There's a lot of improvements that's happened at the Hopkins County Civic Center, and we're excited about that. I believe it was last year they got brand new pre-foot bucking chutes,
right?
And they've put a new sound system in this year, and there's just a lot of improvements that we're super excited about.
That's right, and there are. And we are so glad, 30-something years holding finals here in Sulphur Springs. Your hometown of choice, I guess. I mean, you could choose to go elsewhere, but y'all have not done that.
Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of places that the UPRA has been asked to go, and the tradition is here. The people look forward to us coming. We look forward to coming. It's like we said before, it's kind of before we were on air, this is kind of like a home for a lot of us. It's a reunion for a lot of us. We get to see some people that we hadn't seen in a whole year, and it's hard to leave a town that is wanting to, like you said, like you were just saying just a moment ago on the radio, you know, let's wear our Western clothes and things like that. And, you know, when you drive in, like in my case, it's about an 8-hour drive to get over here. And and you're excited when you pull in and you see people welcoming you. They're glad you're here for the rodeo, and that right off the bat, before the rodeo even starts, you already got that excitement in you because you know the rodeo's in town.
I know you've probably both seen, and this could be some years back, newspapers, and they would, all the merchants would put ads, big block ads that would say, rodeo is in town this week, or welcome to rodeo contestants, and that just gives a feel. Of course, we can do that on radio too, and on our website here at KSST.
Yeah.
And all the different ways of media can reach out now.
Oh, and just folks with Facebook and letting people know that they're here and that the rodeo's in town. These contestants travel all year long, making 4 to 5 rodeos a weekend just to make the top 15 to come to the finals. There's so much money on the line. There's so many prizes. But their goal is to be here. So when folks see them, be sure and welcome to town, because it's their big show, and
that's right.
It is a big show. That's the cool thing about the growth that the UPRA has made in. I know in the 7 or 8 years that I've been coming is huge. I mean, Cinch is our new title partner, and we're super excited to have them on board. And we have a lot of new sponsors that are getting involved, and we're super excited about that.
Yeah, this is actually a record year for the UPRA. The total payout for contestants on a nationwide basis, we reached $3.5 million that we paid out to contestants across the southern 6 United States. The Cinch UFR this year has increased its total payout. The contestants this year are competing for well over $265,000. And that's right here in Sulphur Springs this weekend.
And I think that's something that a lot of locals don't really understand.
You're exactly right. Just like in our ad, our radio ad, right at the very beginning, it says this ain't just a rodeo, it is the rodeo. And it is the rodeo. It's the biggest UPRA rodeo in the nation. And it's right here in Sulphur Springs.
Right here in our town. Well, here's something else new in this year's rodeo that you guys were telling me about, a contract act showcase.
Oh, yeah.
We want to give an opportunity to new stars, also folks that are in rodeo on the announcer side, the barrelman and comedy act, and then also on the specialty act. For them to get jobs, people have got to see them. And a lot of times it's the same people announcing or the same barrelman. And so we come up with a competition where there is an announcing competition, there is a barrelman competition, and there's also a specialty act competition. And that's going to happen Saturday at 2 o'clock. And it's at the Hopkins County Civic Center.
Can we come watch?
Oh, you bet. It's free for anybody to come watch. They're actually going to be competing. There's added money. They paid an entry fee. They're going to win buckles. And there's some really great talent.
There are.
Young announcers, some veteran announcers that are entered, and we're super excited about that. On the barrelman competition, there's guys that have worked some big rodeos, all the way to guys that are just getting started. On the specialty act side, there's a guy from Louisiana that's got longhorns that rides up on top of the trailer, a guy that's all the way from Tennessee that's coming in that has got llamas and ponies, and then the Whiplash, the cowboy monkey is entered.
The little monkey that rides a dog.
Yes, I mean, he's legendary. He's entered. So we have some great contestants. We invite you to come out. That is free to come and watch that Saturday at 2 o'clock.
Oh,
so you can come and watch that and then come back to the rodeo that night or on Sunday. So we're excited to bring that to town. It's going to bring, there's 9 contestants in the barrelman comedy, 3 in the announcer competition, and 3 in the specialty act competition. So it's going to be probably a good hour and a half worth of great entertainment that's free to come and watch.
That's
right.
Great. Well, at our Civic Center, and we all know where that is, so you feel comfortable there.
Right.
Rodeo performances, 3.
There's 3 go-rounds. You've got Friday night at 7 o'clock, Saturday night at 7, and Sunday matinee at 2 o'clock, the 3rd final go-round.
Okay.
So,
15 top contestants in each of the sanctioned events.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's something that's interesting about the UPRA is you have your regular rodeo events, but we sanction ranch bronc riding. We have 15 ranch bronc riders.
Yeah, that's first
we
time.
also
Another first?
Another first that we filled up 15 in that.
15 spots in that. Also something else in the UPRA, we have breakaway roping, and really and truly, we are pretty much the NFR for breakaway roping. We have the top girls in the world.
We do.
JJ Hampton, 17-time world champion, is entered, and it's a tight race. I was looking at this. I think there's like $200 that splits first and second in the breakaway roping.
Oh, yeah. There's so much drama going on this weekend. I mean, there is a lot of drama that TC and I have really got to work on our stats to make sure. The thing that we like about the Cinch UFR is that if a contestant wins, say, $1,000 the first night, well, there's a chance that they're now number one in the world. And then the next night, they've got to be, say, a 3-7. And if they're not, then they move down a spot. So everybody's vying for that title, and we won't know what's going to happen until Sunday. And that is what's exciting to TC and I. With him and I announcing together, what's pretty fun is sometimes I wish there was a video up there watching both of us, because while he's announcing, I'm doing math over here, showing him, if she wins, she's going to do it. And same way with him. And so we just alternate the whole time, and it's kind of fun. Every once in a while, I write a sweet little note to him and see if he'll read it, but he doesn't read it. He won't read it.
Well, I love to watch the barrel racing, and
Yes.
some people just love to watch the bull riding.
Yes.
And you got some bad bulls.
We do. The bulls and the broncs, bucking horses, everything that's here has been voted to be here. So this is the best out of the array of stock contractors. We've got some of the best stock contractors in the UPRA. Everything here has been handpicked by the contestants to be here. And so what that means is they remember the numbers, the names of stuff that they've gotten on this year. And they said, I want to get on that at the finals. And so that's what you're going to see.
And there's competition for them. If they want to go around, they get awards. So they all want the contestant to ride their horse and be the most amount of points of their bull, because they have awards too for the top stock of the night. And also, like, there's 3 horses that won Saddle Bronc Horse of the Year. It was voted. It was a tie. So all 3 horses are Horse of the Year. You're going to get to see the Bareback Horse of the Year, also the Bull of the Year, all going to be there at the finals. So, and also a lot of those other bulls and horses that were in that competition are all here.
That's right.
And so, the thing about this rodeo is it brings a lot of folks in, and it's a great economic impact and to the community, and we love being in Sulphur Springs.
Right here in our town, Sulphur Springs. Please get out and go to 1, 2, or 3 of the performances of UPRA this weekend. Thank you guys for coming in.
Well, thank you for having
We'll be
us.
listening for you in the arena.
All right.